Hello, and welcome to Keeping It Real with Shannon Live. Because you don't know how it's going to turn out.
My kids empowered me to get out.
What's going on with this remote learning and in the midst of COVID?
Working for different elected officials, learning and understanding how to put the community first.
Hello, and welcome to Keeping It Real with Shannon. We have a lot of gossip for you tonight. Hello, ladies.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
I'm good. Trying to stay warm.
Well, yes, we look too, but
Yes,
that's okay.
I am
We
too.
complain about the weather all the time, so it's okay. But we got a cold and hot juicy gossip tonight that we want to talk about. So let's start off with our first hot topic with Hunter Biden. We want to talk about President Biden pardoning his son. So now people are a little upset because they feel like that he should not have pardoned him. What do you think?
I'm glad. That, Tiff.
Listen, that's his son. And
Exactly.
They were out to get his son, and he better protect his child. Because I know one thing, I'll protect mine if I can.
Absolutely.
So I'm happy he did. I was
Absolutely.
hoping and praying that he would pardon his son because I didn't know what would be the outcome for Hunter. Simply fact is, Trump is coming into office. They're talking about he may have to do 10 years. Next thing you know, 10 years is rolling by and they're trying to get him on something else. So let him go. Let him do what he has to do. And Biden, you don't have to worry about it because you're not going to be president no more. You're not going to be in Congress no more. You're going to lay down, retire, and call it a day.
You know, he can at least be at peace, knowing that he did the right thing.
Exactly.
I couldn't have ever left office and know that my son was at the mercy of the wolves, right?
Mm-hmm.
But as it is, at the mercy of the wolves, and and whatever happens. How do you go to your I don't want to say grave.
I know what you're saying.
How do you sleep at night?
Mm-hmm.
How do you sleep at night? But listen.
Look at the situation. Let's just look at this because we all know what the situation is.
Right.
The situation is they upset because they keep saying, "Oh, well, he said that he was not going to pardon him." Right? Yes, he did say that because he wanted to do the right thing. Like all of us, we want to do the right thing. Even if our children do something they don't have any business doing, we still want to let them know, well, you have to pay for the crime or whatever. Even though his crime wasn't even no big crime, he didn't kill anybody or anything. So they upset by saying, "Oh, well, he should have never said that he wasn't going to pardon him, and now he pardoned him." But he said that at that time because he didn't feel like Trump was going to get in. Mm-hmm. If Trump hadn't gotten in, Biden, but Hunter would still been in jail.
Well, listen. They haven't been playing nice in the sandbox anyway.
No. That's what I'm saying. Right. If he hadn't got in, he probably, I'm sure he would have never pardoned him. But since Trump got in, and his first remarks is, "I'm going after the people that has done things to me that I don't like." So that means you going after my son. So The thing about it is, it's a gun charge. He was on drugs. People get killed and they don't even get sent to prison when they kill somebody. So here we want to send someone to prison because they had a gun and because he's lying on the application.
Oh, please. Let me tell you something.
Give me a break here with that.
All done
exactly. You got somebody that's been convicted with 34 felonies allowed
and he's about to be a president.
And not only that, he pardoned his father-in-law?
His son-in-law's father and gave him a position.
Exactly.
And now he's saying that come when he gets in, he's going to pardon the January 6th people as if they wasn't out there cutting the fool. Somebody died from that situation.
Exactly.
So what in the world is it a big issue because Biden pardoned his son because he had a gun charge and some IRS charges?
And his son, because I said, how could you even form your mouth to say anything when you did the exact same thing when you pardoned that man and already have said that you're going to pardon some of those people that was in the January incident? You should just really be quiet and just go on and do your little ceremony January 20th and then going after the people that you say you go after.
Do you see the latest? He's asking the judge now to throw out the Stormy Daniels case because of Biden's pardon. Like, what does that
got to do with it?
Andy.
I don't know what to say.
This is what the point is. So, President Biden, I know you watching. So listen to what I'm telling you. You did the right thing.
Absolutely.
You gonna do what you have to do for your child.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do what I have to do
Have to do for mine. Exactly.
Now, if he had killed somebody, I might have to double think it a little bit now. If you
No,
actually
not even
killed
that.
somebody.
Not even that. Because you know what? They walking, killing people walking too.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
but no, they're upset because people saying, "Oh, well, there's people that have gun charges and they have to do their time or whatever." But the thing is,
but see, that's
sorry,
the
your
problem.
parents
That's the
ain't in a
problem with the law.
position.
It's so confusing because people that kill people don't get time, which I don't understand that law either.
Well, you
But
know,
that's all right. We having a session on that. So you come to our session January 22nd. We're having a session called "Here Come the Judge," and judges from each court is going to come and explain the law to us because I don't understand these.
Well, you know, there's two different courts and two different laws, right? So I'm always saying the system is working how it's been designed to work. You could jump a turnstile and lose your voting privileges.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
you get a probation and parole, you can't vote anymore.
Exactly.
So it's a double standard across the spectrum, and they're just making it more visible. And as long as people sit back and accept what's going on, this is just how it goes.
Well, people's doing what they want to do because the thing about it is, you wanted President Trump back. Now he's back. Be quiet. Don't say anything about what he does or anything. So this is what I'm saying.
Surprised.
But this is what I'm saying. This is what you wanted. This is what you got. So for him to even get up there and open his mouth to say anything, it's like I'm like looking at him like, are you for real? I know you're not for real. How could you even open your mouth to say anything when you protected your children? And if that was his kids, he wouldn't even thought twice about it. He wouldn't have waited until he left.
No, he wouldn't have.
So you and Dr. Jill just go on and sit in the sun and sip some pina coladas or whatever you need to do.
You can go in peace knowing that your child is okay.
Exactly. And Hunter, you just stay out of trouble.
Exactly. Because you're only part of the 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know, right?
That's what I said. Just stay out of trouble. Don't get in any trouble or whatever. And make your father and mother proud. That's all. So don't feel bad that you partner your son. We still love you. Well, you know, there's so much drama around the holiday. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's coming up. So our next topic is: should your ex-husband and your new man be invited to the same holiday dinner? What do you think?
That look like a
my ex-husband is going to come to the same family dinner, and I'm going to bring my new man.
I have done it, and it worked out perfectly fine. I mean, when you're separated from your significant, the other person, husband, whoever they were, you're no longer together. You have no plans on ever getting back together, but you're just there, especially when children are involved and you don't really want to split up the holidays. It allows you to act, everybody is civilized. They can enjoy the holidays together. So I don't see no point why you can't bring your significant other.
I agree. I think as long as it's amicable and it's respectful and everybody's in the same space, that everybody know their place, and I think people can, especially if your kids are involved, you can really just kind of raise them all together, here and there, keep an eye on the other one, of course. But, I think it's a good thing if you can create that dynamic relationship.
Yeah, but these are adults. They're all adults. This is not. There's children. The ex-husband, but the children are grown and got kids of their own. So the family members feel that you should not bring your new man because the ex-husband is coming, which is like you said. What does that have to do with anything? Because you're grown. That person is grown. Everybody is with somebody else. But the family members feel that you shouldn't bring them. So should we tell the family members to stay home if you don't want to come?
No, but if it's always been like that, they just grow into adulthood. Why do things have to change? It's not like you've been separated and years have passed and there was no connection and no contact, and all of a sudden he's at the dinner table. That's something different. Like that we look a little suspect. But if there's a relationship when they've been at the table from day one, when the kids was growing into adulthood, then what's the problem? Maybe those family members need to stay home.
the family members do need to stay home, because if you have not been with that husband or whoever for years, why does it matter? I mean, you should be able to enjoy your holiday with your significant other.
Exactly.
Well, the thing about it is, I don't know why the ex-husband and the new boyfriend can't talk to each other anyway.
No, they can.
That's what we're talking about now.
I always felt like they should talk to each other, because you both been with that woman. You might can share some ideas, or you might.
Well, no, I don't want them sharing ideas.
Learn something from the other person.
That's another conversation.
No, that's not what you want to do. That's why you're choking, Lottie. That's why you're choking, because you know that
something you didn't know.
Oh
no,
my God.
Because that creates a problem.
Exactly.
Because it doesn't become now.
No, okay. Then I'm not saying you got to sit there and talk about the woman or the man or whatever, but I'm saying I think you both grown adults. Why you can't sit and have a conversation? Men do it all the time. It's the women
one thing
that has the problem, but the men do it all the time. They can sit and talk with each other. Hey man, good to meet you. Whatever. It's always the women that's catty.
I'm fine with it. I talk to my daughter's father's wife. We talk. Sometimes we end up having a conversation on the phone and be on the phone an hour. You can develop a relationship with that person, because if you're all with mature individuals, there's no reason why you can't have that certain bond with that person's wife or other person.
Absolutely.
But but that's why I say I don't think you always have to separate in being nasty with each other or hating each other when you leave each other. I think that's kind of really bad. You really should kind of leave on kind of a good note with each other, because you never know when something might happen down the road that you might need each other, help again for something like that. Now, I mean, if they would just had done something actually crazy, really bad, then I could see not having anything to do with them. But if not, I don't see why people have to hate each other when they separate and stuff. I never could understand that.
Well, look at COVID.
That depends on what happened.
COVID brought families and exes together up under the same roof.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Well, see, I always try to break up where we still on good terms. I mean,
that can't go.
I talked to my man from 40 years ago. I still talk to him today.
But that can't always happen forever.
Right. I know, but I'm just saying I always try to be on good terms with whoever I was with or everything. And I'm always in good terms with their mothers and stuff. The ones that's alive, I still talk to their mothers, their family, everything, because the family didn't do anything to you or whatever, but some people don't want you to be bothered with the family, or they don't want you to stay in contact with that man or whatever. I mean, people just have too much drama going on.
Yeah, that's not their choices. All the type of rapport that you have developed with the family, or sometimes, especially if you've been married for a long time, you don't just walk away from a friendship or family like that. They have always been your family, will always be somewhat a part of your family. So to just really just dismiss them is just sometimes people just have to just grow up and just realize, life is too short to worry about this.
Well, that's what I said is most of the time the men, they don't have a problem with it. I find that it's the women. I see that when the women separate and the man moves on and get married to someone else, they have an issue, because even though they might not want the man, they don't want to still see him with somebody else. And I never could understand that. You didn't want him and you kept him where you had him.
I was happy.
Okay, we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna be back with some more juicy gossip. We'll be right back.
It's Shannon. It's Shannon.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable. The sad reality is, fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kitchen now.
we're back with more Hot Topic. The drama continues for the holiday. Well, now, if this was you were engaged to get married, and something happened, and you broke up, and you're not getting married, should you give that ring back to the guy, or do you feel you should keep that ring? Do you think you earned it?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You have invested your time and your energy that has been earned.
Very well said, Vanessa. Very well said.
So you think you should keep that ring?
You know, it just depends on the circumstances. You know, if you mutual separation, kind of, you know, this ain't for me, this ain't for us. You know, I guess so. You can have it, you know. I mean, I guess in another situation, your time and services should be well paid for.
It's funny that we're talking about this topic, right? Just today, it came up on my feed. I think it was Tia Maria, one of the sisters, who took the ring that her ex-husband, I think it was Corey Hardick, was her ex-husband, and she took that ring and made it into jewelry for their kids. So find some good use of it. Don't just have it sitting around reminiscing and what coulda, woulda, shoulda, whatever the circumstances was, but don't give it back. It's just simple as that.
But why would you want to keep it for if you're not going to be with them?
Use it for something else. Use it. Listen, make it. Use an ornament. Make it as something else. Make it to what you want to remember it as.
But what I'm saying, regardless of what you make it into, even if you made it into a necklace or whatever, it's still from that man.
I don't care. It's an investment. It's an investment. I'm sorry. If you stood around long enough to get it, then you earned it, you received it, you deserve it, so you use it. As simple as that.
But it was given to you, right? So it's yours technically. It was given to you.
If somebody gave you a car you was mad, would you give it back? It's
well,
no different.
I might return it. I might return it.
Listen, it's like a regular gift. You know, even if they bought furniture in the house, things that's not may not be as tangible to others, but things are still significant to one, right? So would you give it?
Excuse me. When it comes to like the furniture and all that kind of stuff, like you're talking about, you would keep. It depends on like if you got the apartment together. Okay, so if you already had an apartment, that's different because you know they're not getting anything out of there when they leave. But if you just had the apartment empty and you both moved in and you bought stuff together or whatever, I mean, whoever decides to leave, then you just go ahead on and leave and just take your personal stuff or whatever. I wouldn't be fighting anyone over no furniture or anyone like that. I mean, even the case with the ring, the reason I brought that up because there is a case, I think it's been resolved already, where the guy bought the young lady $70,000 ring. They broke up and she wouldn't give the ring back and he took her to court. And the first judge said she would give it back. He appealed it. The second judge said she had to give it back.
Nah, he should have insurance of that, and he wouldn't get that ring back. I'm sorry. If I was worth $70,000 to give her a ring, come on now. That's because you put my value. So what? I'm less valuable now than because things.
Right, but I'm saying if they go to court and the judge says you have to give it back, then you.
But why are you? My whole thing is why you gave it to them.
I don't feel like it's worth my time fighting over. I don't feel it's worth my time fighting over. You know, to keep some ring because, I mean, I don't feel like you might not be worth my time fighting over you.
They gave it to you. It's yours. It's a gift. They gave it to you because it's the same thing. You give me something, then why? Because if we walk down the aisle, you wouldn't be fighting me for this ring. So why you wanna take it because we didn't get married?
Exactly. Well, you know what this is telling me? That anybody who get in the room, they're gonna have to sign some paperwork. You give ring. This is a gift. It's crazy the stuff that people fight over. You know, thinking if you give somebody a gift, man up. It was a gift. It's a gift.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is it worth the time fighting over gifts that somebody?
The only person is fighting is him.
Is it him? You just saying you ain't.
Well, I guess he's fighting over because it costs so much money. I mean, that's an expensive ring.
Listen, put no
I think you want to go buy another one for the next woman.
Listen, if he gave up one kidney for that,
He'll find the money for the next one.
If he gave up one kidney for that ring, he can give up a toe for the next one. As simple as that.
I'm pretty sure he didn't want to lay out that money again. But I feel bad about that because, well, I don't feel bad about that. But what I'm saying is like, so you take the ring back from that woman. Now you meet someone new. Now you gonna get a new woman that same ring?
Yes,
the same
a
ring.
shiesty narcissist would do it.
Exactly. It's the same ring.
And guess what?
I wouldn't give the same ring. I would take that one back and trade it in for another ring. I don't see I wouldn't. Well, I don't know. As a man, I don't know what they do. I guess they would do whatever they do. But you shouldn't give the same ring to a new woman that you gave to.
Oh, listen, Lottie. So if he takes it back from you, what he's gonna do if he's gonna buy the next one a different ring? That's one thing. And the thing is, I wouldn't want my man giving me a $70,000 ring because I want to know what's over my head. Okay, you can't sell me a $70,000 ring and then I'm sitting in a studio. What case is? Where what's over my head have to be at least worth more than that ring.
Well, I figure if he gave a ring that's that expensive, evidently, I'm pretty sure they must probably have a
money.
nice house or
he could have
nice
taken
apartment or whatever. I'm sure they're not living, on 4th Street someplace.
You never know. He could have taken a loan out.
That kind of ring.
He could have taken a loan out for the ring. Who knows?
Well, the woman would have to check all of that out.
They don't check that out. They don't check that out.
No. If somebody gave you a $70,000, no, but you should know that already before you get the ring, because don't you check out like where the person live at and what they do and what they into?
I guess every situation is different, right? First of all, a lot of people that may be high maintenance, they don't care where that stuff is coming from. They just worry about being maintained. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it all depends on. I agree that when people meet people, they need to understand each other financially, emotionally, spiritually, and sexually too. But these things need to be talked about and discussed ahead of time. Because sometimes you don't know what people are bringing this money from or what people getting from. How many people you know out there who say they working, getting up every day, going out the door,
but they doing some illegal stuff. They getting up and going out the door, but sometimes
they're really working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you gonna check into that to see if they're working, aren't you?
Sometimes people's blind by these materialistic things. A lot of people are blind.
No, what I'm saying, it doesn't even have to do with materialistic, because most of the time maybe the person you with maybe can't afford all that materialistic thing. They can give you nice stuff. It don't have to be no really, really expensive stuff. But what I'm saying is, as you talk to the person, you're gonna find out if they're working and stuff like that. Because I'm definitely gonna pay you a visit at your job.
Lottie, I'm talking about people that are blind, who people could just feed them stuff. They can get up every day, walk out the door to go to work, and not really going to work. How many people you heard?
No, that's what I'm saying. That person that's going to work that you're talking about. I'm saying if a woman is dating that person that gets up and say they going to work, if you're thinking about a committed relationship down the road and stuff, you're not going to check to see.
I'm talking about some women are blind to what's really going on.
Blind or decided they don't really care what's going on. Exactly. They just want the man to be the provider as long as I'm being taken care of.
That's what I'm saying. Yes. You got to make sure he's going to be a provider. You got to know he's working.
Well, he can be providing. He just providing with illegal money.
But I'm saying you would check to see if he's working.
That is a job.
Okay, let me get a point in case. How many pilots who go from country to country, state to state, and have two different families, two, 3 different lives?
Exactly.
That doesn't mean they're not working. That doesn't mean they're not credit.
Right, but what I'm saying is that they checking to know that they work in someplace. Even though he might have a couple of wives in all the countries, the woman knows that he's working. She know he's flying the plane.
Yeah, but it's still deception.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't get that. How you gonna be talking to someone and looking for a committed relationship and you don't do no checking into the person or their background or see what's going on.
Depending on where your priorities are.
Yeah,
if you have an agenda, your main focus is
just know if you don't have a place to live, and you got to check into something that you're not going to marry everybody blind.
But some people don't want to know.
How you don't want to know?
Lottie.
Because it's like sometimes you say it's not my business. Like, hey, the bills are being paid. I'm living in a nice house,
That's it.
right?
Exactly. That's what I just said before.
Why am I-
You want to know where you live in.
That's
So
what
now
they
you
say.
say I'm living in a nice house. So now you know you had a nice house. You getting a nice house before you got married. That's what I'm trying to say. You're gonna find out as much as you can before you get married. You're not getting married and nobody don't know where you living.
Tiffany, she's not listening. She's not going over her head.
Yeah,
What talking about.
that you don't care. I don't care. I don't. That's what they're saying. I don't care how you making your money. I just want a certain lifestyle, and you're providing that lifestyle. No questions asked. I don't need to know.
Exactly.
So when they come knocking on the door, I don't know nothing.
Okay, then. So if no, I'm trying to understand. So if somebody you dating, right, and they give you expensive stuff all the time, but you don't know where they work at. So what you are saying is you don't care if they don't have a job or where they working, as long as you live in that life.
Exactly. That's how some women feel. They don't care where the money is coming from. They just want a certain lifestyle. And if you can provide that lifestyle, there's no questions asked.
Well, I think you better wake up and find out where they working at, because if they butt doing something they don't have any business doing and get caught and arrested, and your butt gonna be caught and arrested along with them, and you won't be enjoying your big house, your big ring, and nothing else going on. You sitting up there talking about, I don't care, ain't checking up into anything. No, I want to know what you were doing before I walk down that aisle with anything, and what is in the background, and find out as much as I can. Now, I don't know about the rest of y'all out there, but look, I put the investigation out there and the detective out there to get all the information we can get before we go down that aisle. I think you should know as much as you can. But anyway, the holiday is coming. Get ready for the drama that's gonna come. And try to behave yourself during dinner time when dinner's going on. If you have to bring your man with you. And again, congratulations to President Biden on making your decision. And make sure you watch us every Saturday on Brick Arts Media at 5:30 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. on Manhattan Neighborhood Network. And we're wishing you a good holiday. And we have more to come next week. We'll see you then. Take care, ladies. Bye.
Bye.
Today's show is sponsored by Abu's Bakery. If you have a sweet tooth, stop by Abu's Bakery for some delicious cakes and pies.
Would you like beautiful pictures for your home or your office? Then stop by Faith Art Gallery. They have a large selection of pictures from around the world.
It's Shannon.